Hello, I send you greetings on this warm 17th of December 2020, a year that has turned our inside out. It has turned us upside down, and yet we still say growth must happen. So, the growth agenda is here, and I bring our next set of three, which will make it 12. It is the law of the rubber band, the law of trade offs, and the law of curiosity. So the law of the rubber band is simply to say that we each have potential deposited in us, and we can only be useful if we're able to stretch it and make the most out of ourselves. To not do that is to accept mediocrity, and that's not what we want to be, because we are not born to be mediocres. At every point in life, you need to be aware of where you are and where you would like to be, so that you're continuously looking for a way to bridge the gap. And the day we lose that tension between the place where we stand and where we could be, then you know that we have lost the urge to grow. So the law of the rubber band is only stating that, like a rubber band anyway, you can only be useful if you're able to stretch yourself and address the so many different gaps in society, the different gaps in your family, the different gaps in your profession. There's so many gaps staring at us everywhere we are. But also it's about running away from being average. Average has been described as the top of the bottom, or the bottom of the top, if you like. It's also the best of the worst and the worst of the best. Either way that you look at it, it's not a good place to be. And you would definitely have lost your urge to live. Maybe even your right to live. The day we stop pursuing this stretching, this growth. Someone has said that no individual has got a right to come in this world and live it the way they found it, without any legitimate sign that they ever lived. So don't just come into the world and just sleep or eat and then let the years pass you by, so that you die long before you actually die. So continuously look for areas where your potential lies. There are opportunities all around us. Opportunities, a kind of bait to us. They're an indication from God that there is something that you can do about life. So our call as individuals is to identify those areas where our potential to stretch lies. I said, if you are not stretching, then you are contracting. And if you start contracting the different aspects of your life, then you're slowly dying. You might as well die, and we'll bury you. You understand? So we are expected to grow, to stretch. The principle of increase is godly, if you believe with me. Even God says, go multiply, subdue the earth, domineer. So that's the basis of this whole thing about growth and stretching and identifying opportunities and taking advantage of them. So that is the law of the rubber band. The next law is the law of trade-offs. The law of trade-offs is about the fact that for you to grow, you must give up. There's something that you're going to give up in order to attain that growth. So what are you trading off? Sleep. By the way, I have discovered from my own experience that a lot of growth, or maybe catching up with growth, happens in the deep hours of the night. where sleep is sweetest. Even spiritual growth, if you could open some kind of routine with your God in those hours of the night spiritually. But even in other things, reading a book, writing a book, devising strategies, or thinking about business plans in the night. So is it sleep you are going to trade off? Sometimes it's a relationship. Sometimes you have to give up on people, like relationship, not that you're dumping people, but certain relationships, you need to give up on them to grow. Think about the love environment, for example. You have these tight buddies of yours, but they're really not taking you anywhere apart from the fact that you meet and share some fun and do some funny stuff together, but they don't add up to your life in any other way. So if you want to grow, you've got to sacrifice that relationship. But there's a lot that you're going to trade off. Is it a job? So the thing is, identify what kind of trade-offs you're going to make. Some trade-offs, mark you, are not worth it. For example, if you are sane, you don't want to trade off your family. You don't want to say, wife and children or husband and children, I'll find you later. Unless the circumstances are different from what I've gone through or what I've seen other people go through, family is not really something that many people would like to trade off. But again, of course, I leave the decision to you. The bottom line is, if you have to grow, you have to give up on certain things. For some people, it's been the drink, the fun at night out there when their families are indoors and they are cruising from club to club and from I don't know what joint to another joint. A time comes and you need to give that up in order to grow. Whatever the circumstances, whatever your area of growth, there's something that you must give up in order to attain that level of growth that you so desire. Sit down and think about what kinds of trade-offs you are able to make. Some trade-offs will come with the need for you to change, so that as you trade off, you are also embracing certain elements of change that will help you to fit into the new you. That is part of what makes growth kind of uncomfortable and painful, because you have to leave certain things that you used to enjoy. Okay. And the last law for today is the law of curiosity. You know that curiosity is about wondering and questioning and imagining why. So you see certain things and go like, but why is that? Who can answer this question? How come things have been like this and not like that other way? You're at a point in your life where you know the kinds of dreams that you want to pursue. It's not usual that you will find yourself having to ask questions about everything under the sun. So your curiosity is going to be in line with your dream. And only if you are willing and able to identify the nodes, the key points that will quicken your growth, the key milestones for your growth within your dream, will you be able to ask your question, to even find the right issues to question about. Yeah. So you've got to keep your mind open, behave like a beginner, beginner's mind, be inquisitive about things. Sometimes we think we know, but we may really not know. So keep that open mind and do not fear to be labeled stupid, because what if you are stupid? Whoever died from being stupid, as long as that stupidity is pushing you to ask and find out. Sometimes we fail to grow because we fear to ask questions because people will make that conclusion of, but she really can ask questions, as if she has not been to school. You cannot believe she's the one who possesses that degree that she's talked about. So many things that people can say, but get over yourself. It's okay. At the end of the day, you will have grown a notch higher. So be free, feel comfortable, even if there's a possibility of someone saying that you are stupid or you don't know your way around things. That is how we learn. If you do not accept that in a certain sense you do not know everything, then it's likely that you're going to be stagnant there. Because how will answers know that you are looking for them if you don't pose the question? So that is John C. Maxwell. I believe him. I have seen the things that he's talking about, and I agree that in order for us to grow, we must cultivate curiosity. Dig deep into those areas that you know will propel you, and every spot that you find where you are not, you don't have a firm grip on things, ask why. Continuously, consistently ask why. Okay, so we have covered 12 laws of growth, 12 of the 15. So when I come next, it will be with the last three. And then, like I said in the previous video, I would like to share notes on how I am embracing each of these laws and how the application has sort of helped me to move forward. I had stagnated for a long time, for your information, but I see myself moving forward, and I would like to share this with you so that we do this thing together. I have come to believe that many times, maybe all the times, that we are not moving, it is because there's that little step that we are not taking, and the minute we take it, stuff starts happening. Actually, things start coming to us. We pursue things, and the minute the universe gets to know that we are pursuing them, it releases its own resources to come to us. I think I'll also at some point share some testimonies with you so that it stops feeling very theoretical, so that I show you that these are very practical steps and they will bring you practical results. The growth agenda, there's no running away from it. We either grow or die, but death is no option for us. So growth is the thing for us to do. Until we meet next time, lots of love, lots of wishing you success. Enjoy the rest of the moments.